morning. Today I wanted to do a video on my makeup products that I use. So I wanted to start this video off by showing you all of my natural glory and then I will show you the after and all of the products that I used during that time. I am not going to be making this into a tutorial, so this is basically just going to be a before and an after photo. So here is all of the natural greatness that comes with Savannah. So as you can see, I do have some redness here by my chin. It's a little bit on my cheeks. It's not as bad as it used to be. I do have a little bit of like scarring because I used to have acne when I was younger and I had it for many years, and so my skin is actually, this is the clearest it's probably been in a very, very long time. It doesn't really look like it because of all the redness on my face and whatnot, but I promise it's clear for the most part. I have a couple of blemishes, you know, very like small, flat things that are just trying to work themselves out of my skin. But I just wanted to show you guys this. So I do have some redness here by my cheeks, T-zone area, and my chin, and I will show you the products that I use to get rid of that redness and to fix my face on a daily basis. This will be my normal makeup routine. I usually try to keep it, you know, pretty neutral for the most part. I don't like to go all out and all fancy. I used to wear like eyeliner and lashes and eyeshadow and try to go all out, but then my skin just didn't like it. Like all of the caked product on my face just wasn't good for my complexion. So I decided, heck with all that. I only need to spend about 20-30 bucks at Walmart to buy my products that I need and that I use on a daily basis, and it works for me and my skin. Let's get a little closer. As you can see, I do have like some redness. I do have a blemish, a couple of them, but this is like the clearest my skin has been in a while. I do blame it on the weather though. It's kind of been really nice to me. Like I was saying, my skin does get a little red around my cheeks and my chin and around my T-zone area, but I do have a product that I use for that, and I will show you at the end of my video. All right, so here is me. Here is all my natural Savannah-ness, if that's not even a word, but I just made it into one, so. All right, there we go. So this is my makeup completely done, if you can't already tell. So I generally have pretty like red skin, and as you can kind of tell, it's still on my chin just a little bit. I couldn't really fully get that gone, but I usually get it around my cheek area, sometimes on my jawline if I happen to have acne there, along my chin like I said, and around my T-zone area and my nose. So to start off, I usually just splash my face with water. Surprisingly enough, I don't use any kind of cleanser. I don't really wash my face at all. I've come to find out that when I do wash my face, I've tried mask, charcoal scrubs, apricot scrubs, like normal cleansers, like foamy cleansers. I've tried to use like brushes with like just cleansers in general. They just never really seemed to work that great for me. My skin would always just end up getting used to it, and I would have to change something, whether it was the brand or the type of face scrub that I was using. But some stuff actually does break me out a lot worse, like the charcoal scrub that irritates my skin because I do have sensitive skin, and so it just created more oiliness and more skin problems as far as acne goes for me. Basically, let's get right to it. So when I first start out, after splashing my face with water and drying it and whatnot, I will start off with this Broadway color correcting. It's a face primer and it is for redness control. So there's that, and that usually, you know, clears up the redness right away. It leaves my skin feeling very soft and smooth, and it even covers up a few of my like acne scarring that I have, so you can't really see those as much. Next, I move on to this Maybelline Dream BB Pure. It is the tone 110 for light to medium skin tones. And it's a little, I don't know if you can see it. Every time I do that, it wants to wash it out. Anyway, this is what I use because any other type of foundation that I have used leaves my skin very oily. The oil just seeps through the foundation that I use. I used to use the Maybelline, let me grab it. I used to use the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse, this stuff here. I don't know if you can really tell what that is. It was in the color 20 Classic Ivory, and I liked it because I used most of it, but then I was just like, you know what, I need to go back to my BB cream because that is what works best for my skin, because this stuff just left my skin very oily. Like, it would work for the first couple of hours, but if I went outside in the heat, or if I was just doing any kind of daily activities at all, whether it was just chilling inside or going to work or anything like that, it ended up just bringing out all of my oily pores, and it was just not a good time. So then I move on to my eyebrows. I know that most people usually do their eyebrows first, but for some reason it just works best if I do my eyebrows last, well, second, after my foundation and whatnot. But I use this, it's kind of, you know, gone down for the most part, but it is Brow Stylist Designer. It's in brunette because I do have darker roots at this point, but it's by L'Oreal, and it has the brush on the end and then the color tip there, and so that seems to work pretty well for me. It shapes my eyebrows pretty well, I think. I still need to work on it. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't usually, you know, put that much time into my makeup. It literally took me 10 minutes to do my makeup. But then next, I just move on to my mascara, which is Maybelline Last Sensational. I don't like to use the waterproof kind because it is so hard to get off my eyes, and it irritates the fuck out of my eyes. So I usually just use the normal kind, and this stuff seems to be working best. It fans out my eyelashes pretty well. It makes my eyelashes very long and voluminous is what I was going for. But yeah, so this stuff works pretty well for me. I actually really like that. I have tried other kinds, and I like the way this brushes because I will show you. It's got like that curved tip to it, and so I like that a lot, and that's what really helps my eyelashes. And then lastly, I just put on some chapstick. I use this SPF 24. It's just Little Mermaid because I'm a huge fan of mermaids. But I just put that on just to kind of, you know, make sure my lips aren't chapped throughout the day. I use this on pretty much a daily basis, and it helps pretty well. But yes, this is my natural, or my neutral, I guess I could say, makeup routine that I do every day, practically, whether I'm going out to the bars or going to work or just kind of, you know, going to a friend's house or anything like that. This is usually just what I do. Whenever I do try to go all out, it breaks me out. It makes my skin very oily with all the cakiness and everything. I've tried to use lashes and eyeliner and eyeshadows and like powder foundations, and I've even tried to contour my skin and all of that stuff, but it doesn't agree with me, so I don't usually use that anymore because my skin just gets super red and super oily, and it looks pretty gross. So that's basically all that I use. I usually only use 5 products, and of course, I blot on my foundation and whatnot with my little sponge. I just kind of dab it around my face. I don't usually like blend it in. I just kind of spot it on. So here is my natural makeup look, in case anybody was wanting to do just like a neutral type look without all of the hassle, without all of the expensive makeup products. I don't remember exactly how much all of this costs as far as individually, but all of these together, I mean, not really including the chapstick because that's not really a part of my makeup routine, but in order, I guess I should do it this way. The order that I put it in, from green, or from, I guess, your right to left, my left to right, so yeah. Sorry, that took me a minute. But these are the only 4 products that I use besides, my sponge and my chapstick. So all of this together probably cost me about $25 to $30. So it really wasn't that much. I've tried to use MAC and I've tried to use, name brand products just to see how they would work on my skin and all of that, but it just didn't really like me very much. So I just stuck with my drugstore products. I get all of this stuff at Walmart, in case you guys are wondering. But that's all I use, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you some, you know, insight as to, you know, you don't really need that much to do much with your skin, I guess. You know, you don't need to spend a bunch of money on makeup. Please do if you want, if that's your passion. I am not dissing anybody. I am not, you know, trying to say don't do this, don't do that. But it does help me. So if you have skin like I do, which is oily to normal, it kind of depends on the weather. As far as summer goes, it's usually pretty oily. Sometimes it can dry out a little bit because of the sun, but in the winter it's pretty dry, unless I'm inside with all the humidity, like the heat, and I do have a humidifier and everything like that to help my skin, and I think that's actually helped quite a bit. As far as summer goes, I mess up so much. I usually turn my humidifier on every single night before I go to bed because it does help my sinuses, it helps my allergies, and it helps my hair and skin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it here. I know it's not very long. It kind of is. Anyways, I will see you guys soon. And my puppy wants to say bye. She growls. She says bye. Or say bye. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.